What's up, everybody? My name is Germrot, and today I'm gonna show you how I got, like, right here. I'm gonna show you how I got here. All right. As I said, I am Germrot, and you are the illustrious viewer. And today we're playing Runescape Dragonwilds, and as I said just a second ago, I found a way to get under the map. It's hard to tell where I was there, but I'm under the map, and I actually found a hidden cave under the map that you can only get to with 3 lodestones and probably hundreds of wood it would take to get there. I'm going to show you how I got there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of intense, and then we're going to build a little base down there. So let's do that, huh? Yeah, let's go. All right, so I guess first things first, here's the old base, or not the old base. My current base is down here. It's the dragon-proof base. There's another video about it. And then, so the next place we want to build, we're going to go all the way up out into no man's land here. And there's a base out here. Well, that's where we're going to go. It's hard to explain, but the first thing you need to do is, well, you need to get out of bounds, and so I guess we got to cover how to do that. All right, so first things first, what you need is you need 3 lodestones, I believe, at least 3 lodestones. You might be able to pull off with 2, but I think you need 3. You probably could do it with 2, but for the sake of ease, get 3. If you don't know, a lodestone is the teleporter that you use to teleport, and the reason why we're going to need that is because we're going to use the teleporter to get out of bounds, and I'll show you how to do it. But what you need is 32 stone, you need 20 rune essence, and you need 1 vault core. And you can get those pretty easily. I mean, they're a bit of a struggle early in the game, but you'll be fine. You just go get 3 of those. Three. So 96 stone, which is really easy. 60 rune essence, and then 3 vault cores. That's what you need to get there. But let's go show you how to do it now. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is get all the way up to the north side of the map. I've got a teleporter kind of here at the vault in the shattered plains. It's about most of the way there, I would say, more than half. So I'm just gonna run real quick right up here, and where you need to get to is right about up here. Okay, that's where you're headed to, and I'll show you when I get there what it looks like. All right, you know you're getting close. Well, first there's a stream. I'm way up here north now. I'm beyond the map, I guess. There's a little entrance, which is actually a little stream. It's cool. You could probably build up here too. It'd be pretty nice. There's even an oak tree. But you know you're getting close because as you pull up here, there was a little message that says, "An unknown force prevents you from going further." Now, this is the one I used to get over earlier. And so this is actually kind of convenient. What you'll do is you'll get here to this edge, and as you can see, there's an invisible wall here. Can't get through, sorry. Have to turn around. But what you do is you get a teleporter out, and you can just kind of put it out here. You can just put it out here. And there it is. It's out there now. You would set it down, and it'll be right there. Now, I'm going to set this here for a second. So, I can't get here, right? Right here. And what you would do is you would set that, this one that I just set. You would set it over here where that one is. And then you would go and you would just teleport right over here. And now once you do that, you're free to run around and explore the world and chop down trees, which is what I was doing earlier. And it's a huge area over here. It's very, very huge. But hold on. Just to prove my point, though. Just to prove that you can do it. Let me grab this stuff up. Here's your invisible wall. You grab your little thing. You set it there, and that's all. Now I can't reach it, and so I'm gonna have to obviously run around. And you're gonna get to not do that through the joy of editing. But I'll come back here and I'll get this later. Oh my God. I got chased that whole time. I got chased. I meant to go to like, I don't know, one up here. I couldn't because I was being chased by wolves. And so now I'm over here. Whatever. I meant to go to this one. It wasn't happening. Alright, see? Here we are. Back safe at last. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this because I'm not leaving 2 of these here. Keep dreaming. Oh, actually, before we do this, so that's what's gonna happen next. You're gonna teleport. You're gonna be on the other side. You're gonna be out of bounds now, and then from there, well, you can explore all this, and there's fun things about this. Like the dragon doesn't come up here. There's no mobs up here. There's tons of dwellberries, like so many dwellberries, and there's onions all over the place. You can get ash wood. You can get oak wood. There are stones, and it might cover just about all of it. Anyway, so from here, run north. Run really far north. And as you're running north, you'll get pretty far. I'm pretty far up here, see? This is the edge of the map. Obviously, that's where I was. You'll start to see this weird-looking clearing, though. And in the weird-looking clearing, it's got this pink and weird patchy looking stuff. Oh, is that what it looks like in the shadow? Oh, wow. That is vastly different looking in a shadow than... Okay, anyway. So we run all the way to the edge because there's an edge out here. And as you see here, there's some weird stuff going on. There's definitely some weird stuff going on here. This is stuff that I've built. And I'm going to explain what happened here. I guess that's where I stored some wood. So as you can see, you can kind of see underneath here. Look at that. Now, oh, geez, don't fall. What I've done under there is build a lot of things. And I'll explain to you what I did. And do I have any wood? I do not really have any wood. Let me grab some wood really quick too so I can show you actually what I did. Alright, I got a little bit of wood here. Anyway, so here's what I did. And I don't know if there's a better way to do this or not. It doesn't matter. You're going to need a lot of wood. That's what that chest was for. I had a teleporter set up right here, and I was just bringing wood back and forth. And you'll see why in a second. So what I did was, I get over here, I cast Eye of Oculus, and I went straight ahead to the little pier thing. Now what I should have done is I went underneath, probably, and found the edge, right? And just right on the edge, stuck. It's hard to see where the edge is. Okay. So anyway, what I would say is get yourself going a little bit, right? And you want to get down underneath here, and you can build little things like this, right? And then get you some flooring. You put a floor on here, and you start building stairs and stuff like I did there. And you're gonna there's a lot of jankiness going on underneath here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You use a lot of Eye Oculus. You use a lot of wood, and carefully I managed to work my way around because, as you can see, you could kind of just attach it underneath because the underground acts exactly like the overground. It's just you're hanging instead. And now, as I got closer to the ground right here, I realized it screwed up my camera. And even though I'm crouching, I still can't see a dang thing. Wow, where am I? Hello? I'm going to fall. So I went back a little ways. I built a stairway down. And then I really started to figure out how to attach these things to the ceiling. And, oh yeah, I really worked my way down through here. And as you can see way over there, I worked all the way around. You know what? There's probably so many cool other weird places under here to explore. But look, there's a little something you can see over there. We're gonna work our way down and around that way. I also want to point out just how far in here I've had to make my way, and just like also really quickly, when you're building these pillars underneath here, when you look up, see how it makes that little circle? That just means it's attached directly. And if you just look straight up as you do it, you could sit there and just spam it. with Eye Oculus on, and you'll be fine. But that way, you know, you could just attach it right to the underground. But it's just, I want to stress how important it is that this is out of bounds. And so I don't get mad. Like if you fall, if you fall down here, I haven't fallen down here. I assume you just die and all of your stuff disappears. I don't know where your gravestone will even appear. So don't bring your valuable loot down here. Don't try to blame me if you die. Look, I was able to get up right here a little bit too. But you can't quite stick your head through. Although we can get here already, so we don't need to. Oh god, it's hard to see. Alright. This is where it starts to get really crazy for me. It became challenging right around here. For many reasons. Various reasons. Look, an underwater onion garden. Look down there. You can see. Look, so from here, I made it over to like this little... It looks solid, but it's not really solid. Like, it's not. It's just not. Is it? I'm not sure what's going on here. The other things go right through it. I haven't really explored much out here, and I'm reluctant to go out there right now. But this gets... To go down this because I saw this area down here, and I'm like, well, what is down here? There's another flat spot. I want to see it. And so I was trying to work my way down to the flat spot, which is hard because there's actually an invisible wall right here. See that? And that's what's in there. And that's why you need another lodestone. That's why there's another lodestone right there. We'll get there in a second though. First we got to get down to the bottom. And then once you get down here, all the way, which way is it? This way? I know, don't judge my steps. Once you get all the way down here, and like, so I was able to kind of build through this wall using Eye Oculus and stuff, and I placed this here. But before I even teleported in there, I continued moving down because I wanted to see if I could just touch the ground, and then there's like an invisible wall here. Is there? Can I stand? I can't stand. Can I jump? Oh, don't fall. Okay. So I made my way all the way down here to this area, and I started walking around. I was like, oh, cool. There's a, oh, and then I noticed I could stick my head into this wall here. It all became pretty interesting at that point because I was like, okay, so I put this is when I put the lodestones down. Probably when I got all the way down here, I put the one lodestone here. I put the other one up here, and then I moved inside. So inside of here, let me show you inside of here. This is wild in here. It's even more interesting in here. You thought it was cool before. Now look at this weird area. So this weird area is actually a hole in an underground area. It's under the map. And it's a hole that you could touch and walk around in. Like, it exists. And for the only weird parts is like sometimes the floor isn't exactly real. There's walls that aren't real. It's a little sketchy under here. But this is completely out of bounds. This is wild. I want to build stuff down here. And I brought a bunch of wood. So I want to build stuff down here. Let's see what kind of fun stuff we can build down here. It's just checking in here. So I've built a bit of a split kind of floor thing here, and I've been slowly putting the different crafting things in here just for no reason other than to see if they fit. Managed to stick a roof underneath this part, although maybe it makes more sense to put the roof up higher. I don't know. Who cares? Look, if you come out here and build something, I would love to see what you build. And then down here, I got nothing so far. It's kind of small down here. There's not much, and this is where it gets all weird with this, I don't know, the see-through walls and stuff. So yeah, I just kind of stuck to this kind of bigger area, I guess. but it's very hidden. And a thought occurred to me, by the way, that if you come out here, if you were to somehow get out here, and then there were no more lodestones, like if you were in a multiplayer server, like you get someone to portal out here and then you get rid of the rest of the lodestones, there's no way out of here. Like there's no way out of here. And if you come out here and you have no food, and your bedroll is set right here, and could you be in an infinite death loop in this place? It's terrifying. Alright, I put a few more things in here. I'd like to show you the humble beginnings if I could. Here's the sawmill, which is rather large. I just stuffed it underneath. Who cares, right? Up here I got a couple of the stations. I haven't built them all. I just don't want to get bronze and iron. As I said, it's the humble beginnings. There's clearly there's like plenty of room though. If I wanted to build more space, I could build stuff over here probably. There is a little bit of design challenges, as in stuff doesn't just sit exactly where you want it to just because it's kind of floating and weird. But I mean, this is a cool spot, right? This is not a cool spot. This is a weird spot. And also you have all this room out here too, which is outside of the other area. But oh my god, where am I? I could almost walk into... Oh, that's why. That's why you couldn't put it in there. Because the wall's there and the invisible wall. Anyway. Alright, yeah, this is all confusing. You have all this space out here. Now, I don't know where else we can go. Obviously, look at all that. You could burrow underneath the world to who knows where. Freaking anywhere. This place is wild, dude. Look at this. What is this game? Oh my god. Okay, guys, so that's that. I thought that was fun. I just had to show you that stupid thing that I did, and I just scaffolded underneath the world, and it was just so odd. I had to make something to share it with everyone. Now, I would love to see other people do this. I don't know if this is ever going to take off. Obviously, I'm a small creator and all that. But if you happen to see this, like please give it a like, please subscribe, maybe share it with other people or something. I would love to see other people do this and just get out of bounds and do whatever you can do. Now, also, watch another video. I really would appreciate if you'd watch another video and hang out for a little bit longer. Just because. Appreciate it.